Aloha and welcome to Mana Inspiration with yours truly, Note Endurance. And like always, we're going to have that scripture. And our scripture this week is Matthew 11:28, which reads, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Speaking of rest, when is the last time you have got some rest? Or have you been just going and going and going? It felt like for me, that's how it's been for a little bit until I started really focusing on really just rest and what it can do for you. I used to be the main person that would never want to rest, and I'm a machine. I can keep going, going, going. But you realize you don't ever want to burn both ends of the candle to where you have nothing left for anybody else, including yourself, if you know what I mean. Now, to give an example, rest is very important. It's better for your mental health, it's increased concentration, for your memory, a healthier immune system, reduce stress, improve moods, and better metabolism. That is a lot of benefits. Now, also to give you another example, in the gym, if you skip rest days, it leads to injury because you overwork that muscle. And it reminds me of, are you overworking yourself? To explain that a little bit more is when you work your muscle is, your fibers are really held tight. When you stretch them and you work them, they begin to rip apart. That what it basically creates the stimulation for new growth, which these gaps that now you see, they start filling up with, yeah, I would say lactic acid, which helps stimulate that growth. If we continuously work it, continuously work it, continuously work it, and we're not giving it time to rest to where it can heal again and it gets back to normal, that's what happens when the snap happens. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you ever seen somebody, if you ever been out, or if it happened to yourself and the snap happens. And what I mean is you overwork yourself to where you're not mentally ready for anything in front of you. So you're eagerly agitated. You're really just on nerve, on edge all the time because you seem like you're not getting enough rest. Now, does that kind of sound like yourself? It sounded like me. When you get rest, remember this, your muscles start to heal, they start to grow back even stronger, which means you can actually do the same type of workout with the same weight with less effort. And that's what eventually starts to happen. I think we should incorporate that same motto into our life of stretching ourselves, but also giving it time so it can heal and it rests back to normal so we can stretch ourselves again. And that way, it creates that muscle where we're more, I would say, harder to life, harder to basically what we're doing or the normal stress we go through. It also brings me to the runner Usain Bolt, the Olympic runner. I was told that he spends a lot of his time, so he spends 50% of his time training, 50% of his time resting. And I was wondering, why would you rest 50% of the time? And he said it allows you to absorb your workouts, your training, and it allows your muscles to heal so you come back stronger. And I think that definitely incorporates with our life about coming back stronger, being stretched to capacity, and then letting that rest come and heals us, get back to normal so we can stretch again. And that way, we're growing in life and we're always raising the bar and we're setting another standard, raising the bar, setting another standard. constantly with that growth, just like if you see it, the muscle growth. Same way. So if Olympic athletes like Usain Bolt is resting 50% of the times, why can't you? So that's what I thought to myself. And I dare you to think is why can't you get some rest? And it doesn't have to be what you think a vacation. It can be something to where you get away and you get a mental rest. You go to the gym, like that's my therapy. You go out to maybe the mountains for a couple hours. This is where that getaway, so you replenish yourself. I always talk about this because I'm a big advocate of giving and I love to give. But if you don't replenish yourself, you eventually think that everybody is taking, even though you're giving. This is where, if you want to stay balanced, replenish yourself so you're able to keep giving what you love and get that muscle growth going. Take a rest day. On this 4th, I want to wish you a happy 4th of July. Take some time to absorb so you can grow and stretch yourself to that capacity. On that note, I love you guys. You guys have a blessed week. Share this message with anybody you know that might need it. But I want you to take that time to rest so you can grow to your great capacity. Aloha, guys. You guys have a blessed week. Thanks.